Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Alright, example 23. Compute the volume of the solid formed by revolving the region bounded by y equals to square root x plus 2, y equals to 2, x equals to 4, and it's rotated 360 degree. Now there are two questions. The rotation is about x-axis and also the y-axis. Now we are going to focus on the first one. Let's again sketch the graph. Here is 2 and the graph of square root x plus 2 will look like this, and we have y equals to 2, so which is this one, y equals to 2, and we have x equals to 4, which is this one, x equals to 4. And now let's find the boundaries, which is this one, square root x plus 2, and we have y equals to 2 and x equals to 4. So here is the area. Now we want to find the volume. The first case, when the area is rotated about x-axis. So now let's focus on the x-axis. Here is your x-axis. Again, when there are two functions involved, which function to minus which function is the further the function from the x-axis will minus the nearer function with the x-axis. So here is your x-axis, and the further is this one, and the nearer is this one, right? So we label this first. So this is your y1, which is square root x plus 2, and which is this one, your y2, alright? And so now let's write the formula. V equals to pi integral a b y1 squared minus y2 squared dx. So pi. So now the value of a and b here is the starting line is here, which is 0, and at x equals to 4. So 0, 4, square root x plus 2 squared minus your y2 here is 2 squared. Now let's expand them, simplify, and then integrate. And then we substitute values 4 and 0 minus, when we substitute 0 here and here, we get 0. And let's find out the answer. So you will get 88 over 3 pi unit cube. Now let's continue for example B, which is the rotation is about the y-axis. We are going to use the same graph to find the volume. Now I'm going to copy this first. Alright, let's focus now on finding the volume, and the rotation now is y-axis. The rotation now is y-axis. Here is the y-axis. When there are two functions involved, there must be a function with minus with a function. So the further the function from the y-axis will minus with the nearer function with the y-axis. Again, now the rotation is about the y-axis. So the further the function from the y-axis will minus the function that is nearer to the y-axis. The formula for you is V equals to pi CD, and since we are talking about the rotation at y-axis, so dy, so the subject is x1 minus x2 squared. Now the value for C and D is here and here. So now we know that the value of C is 2, but then we don't have the value for D yet. Now let's find the value D first. So we know that here is x equals to 4, and it meets here the intersection point. So y equals to square root x plus 2. We substitute value x equals to 4 to get the value of y. So now we have square root 4 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So here is 4. So now we have value of c is 2 and value of d is 4. Now let's find out which function is x1, which function is x2. Again, x1 is the further function, x2 is the nearer function to the y-axis. Now the further function from the y-axis is this one, which is x equals to 4. So that is your x1 minus, and the x2 is the nearer the function from the y-axis, which is this one. So this function is this function. Since we want to find x as a subject, so let's find x. So square root x plus 2, rearrange square root x. So x is equals to y minus 2 to the power of 2. So that is your x2. Again, this is your x1, and your x2 is y minus 2 to the power of 2. And don't forget there is a square here. Okay, let's check. Here is your x2, and here is the square. Alright, now let's expand, simplify, and integrate. So integrate 16, you will get 16y minus, integrate y minus 2 to the power of 4 becomes y minus 2 to the power of 5 over 5. Now let's substitute values 4 and 2. Now we get 128 over 5 pi unit cube. Here are some exercises for you to try and practice. And thank you very much. Have a nice day. Take care.